Hey YouTube, how's it going? So it's been a while since I've made a video for you guys. I figured I would, stop and try to sit down and to make something and talk to you guys for a moment here before the end of the year, at least. Hopefully you don't hear too much background noise. My mom's watching TV in the living room. So if you hear anything, that's that, and I'll try to throw some music in the background so that might cover it. But yeah, I'm just recording with my camera right now. It's going to be in 4K, which is awesome. I love the quality of this camera. It's just incredible. So for me to be able to upload this into 4K, my phone does do 4K. But I don't think it does 60 FPS, so this I think is 60, so this should look better than some of my previous videos. Those were recorded with my phone, and that was mainly because I haven't really been able to export the large files, the 4K files, to like a computer or something, to be able to upload them. So now I can kind of show you guys what I'll be using to kind of use as a medium to upload this video. One second. So let me kind of take off everything on the screen here. So this here is called a Steam Deck. I've had this for, oh man, it's probably been a couple months now, I think. I lose track of time really easily, and I've been just having a blast with this thing lately, ever since I got it, and that's probably a good reason, somewhat why I haven't been posting as much, just because I was trying to get to know this thing and figure out how can I use it. How powerful is it, and what can I do with it exactly? How powerful is it, right? So what kind of games I can play with it, just the full extent of this device's power. So it's been just amazing. So I'll kind of show you. I've also got I can try to show you actually. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I'm also kind of trying to make sure nobody's gonna walk in on me while I'm recording this, possibly. So yeah, that's kind of why I paused there. But give me a second. Okay. So this here is my dock. I've got a dock here that I can put the Steam Deck onto, and it kind of sits on there so I don't have to hold it constantly, in a nice position to look at. And I've also got my own controller right here, and I can use that. I plug that into the dock. The dock has a lot of ports on the back, so see if I can get a close-up of that. Oh yeah. So this dock, it's actually got an Ethernet port. It's got the power dongle next to it there that you plug into the Steam Deck from the dock to power it, and transfer connection and whatnot through. There's what the USB-C power that you'd plug the Steam Deck charger into to power the dock. Something cool about this dock is you can actually power it with the Steam Deck. So if you're just running off of battery power on the Steam Deck, you can actually still plug it in with the dongle USB-C right there at the top, and it'll still work based off of, you can power like keyboard and mouse with the Steam Deck power alone. It doesn't need to be plugged into power itself. It's got 3 USB-C connectors, and yeah, that's pretty much it about the dock there. This back up. Don't need to be looking at where I'm going to be putting my butt. Okay. Alright, so that's kind of the device that I'm going to be using, at least for the time being. I don't know. So, quick update, you know, I'm going to be paying rent to my mom at the 1st of January. And, you know, hopefully, I'm going to ask probably if they'd let me use my computer again, since I'll be paying rent, but I mean there's really no guarantees, so to have this thing just in case is incredible. It's going to allow me to make more high quality videos like this for you guys. You know, I do also want to apologize for not making a ton of videos closer to the end of the year this year. Yeah, I've been trying to just make sure, you know, I'm keeping myself afloat and, you know, trying to learn the ropes at these new jobs and all that stuff, so. Basically, about a month ago or so, I started working at retail at this like kind of like big discount general store. It's like a big general store, I guess. They, you know, tout low prices. It's kind of like a, it's not used stuff or anything, but yeah, it's just discounted stuff. Sometimes they've got like damaged or like imperfect stuff, like socks and stuff that I've seen. But I was working there for about a month. You know, they're saying that they're hiring full and part-time, but then at the interview, I think they said, yeah, that it would start off part-time, and then if you know, after the holiday season's over and they decide to keep me, you know, there's still no guarantees even after that, that I'd be full-time. So it's kind of what I was doing the past month. And there's some you know, there's some more stuff that we'll need to talk about, and we will in the future, in future videos, because I'm going to try to ramp up my production in making videos and content and stuff for you guys near the end of this year. I mean, I know it's like right on the end of the year, but I wait till the last minute to do everything, so if you know me, this is just kind of how I work, and I'm working on it, but you know, I'm gonna try to make as much content as I can starting next year. I don't really have any specific goals in mind that I want to reach on the channel for next year yet. I'm thinking that as I, you know, make videos and get more involved again, that, you know, that kind of stuff will probably just come along. And I don't know how long I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna try to bring you up to speed on everything that is going on, as much as I can, really. You know, when it comes to paying rent, like, I do have plenty of money for that. I still, you know, have some savings, so I'll be able to pay that. Currently though, it doesn't seem like my job is scheduling me any more hours. So, and they weren't really scheduling me for that many while I was working there for the last month. Even though it's their busiest like store in the country and it's like the busiest time of the year. So, you know, this is leading me to just kind of thinking, you know, okay, I'm probably gonna just look for another job, because if they didn't need me that much, then, you know, they're probably not gonna need me that much after the busiest part of the season's over. So I'm not really holding out much hope. I need to talk to them and see, you know, what the deal is, if, you know, because like I don't really want to, but it's like I know that they're not gonna get me on full time. There's plenty of people there with, you know, seniority over me, plenty of people already working full time. Place is pretty conservative with the hours that they give to people, so they're basically penny pinching company, so they're not going to give me hours if they don't need to, right? So it's kind of where I'm at in terms of the job situation. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for a new job soon. That's going to be fun. Yeah, as always, you know, it's great out there, you know. But, you know, it's all about where you know, work at, right? Because that company is a specific kind of company. They operate a certain way, like, you know, they try to cut costs as much as possible, sell as much merchandise as possible at, you know, a reasonable margin. It's cheaper stuff, but like they're not overpricing stuff by any means. But they are still making profit, so, you know, you have to, you know, take it with a grain of salt. We'll talk, you know, probably a bit about my experience at that job, working retail and everything. In the future, I don't know if we'll dive too deep into that in this video. But yeah, so we're going through another changing phase in life. You know, we might kind of go over some of the interesting things that are looming over me in terms of like expectations from my mom and my stepdad at the moment. We might dive deep into that. I don't know if we'll see. There's a lot of stuff I want to get into and do on the channel. I want to do a lot of stuff talking about the Steam Deck, and of course we'll have videos just about the Steam Deck in the future and whatnot. But you know, this channel is still for me, so I'm gonna kind of talk about some of the things that are going on in my life at this time, and yeah, you guys can hopefully hopefully you guys will stick along with on the ride with me for that, for this, and yeah, so currently, you know, there's some conditions that need to be met, and like some possible punishments that I'm facing if I don't, you know, get a full-time job, or if I'm not, you know, at least actively trying to find a job if it's not working out, you know, obviously at Ollie's. Like, there are being understanding to an extent, right? But it does still all come down to a job. So, in the effort that I'm putting in, as long as, you know, they think I'm trying my best, and you know, I'm trying to improve, you know, my situation every day, then things might be different. But I'm not holding out too much hope towards like June of next year, like then, you know. So that's kind of like the deadline that they've set for me right now. It's like, if I don't have a full-time job, I think by then, they might kick me out. But I don't really know, like, for sure. Like, we kind of just have to get there to experience that moment in time to see what happens. In my opinion, like, I'm not really trying to stress out too much about it. Of course, I can't help it a decent amount of the time. But you know, we're powering through. I'm, you know, trying to enjoy my life as much as I can, and you know, in that, have motivation to get back to work and improve my life even more, right? So it's kind of where I'm at. Like, in the transition phase, I haven't applied to any new jobs yet, but you know, I do still need to talk to my current job, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be a long-term, like, full-time gig. So there's that. That's kind of where my head is. I'm gonna probably just move on, potentially. You know, if things get really hairy, I might reach back out, or I probably should reach out soon, just, you know, just to see what's, you know, if they even could, you know, fit me any hours into the schedule at this point. But, and I probably will do that. So I'm gonna do that at some point, but I'm not holding out a ton of hope for that. So, yeah. But if, you know, they're not scheduling me at all, like, if they're giving me enough time away from work to think about looking for another job and potentially start looking for another job, you know, that might happen. So it may or may not happen before I talk to them or after. We'll see. But yeah, and apologies if I'm kind of, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I'm a little tired right now. It's a little bit later at night, and I, you know, haven't been sleeping the best the past few nights, and I'm also, you know, my body's been kind of hurting. I've been kind of sitting down. Of course, I've been playing a lot of games. I'm sitting down at the dock here, and that isn't too great on my body, so I'm going to try to transition to doing too much gaming, sitting down, to, you know, doing a decent amount of it, you know, laying down, or, you know, in a reclined position or something like that. That would be really good. That'd be perfect. But this chair doesn't recline or anything, so it's kind of hard, and it's also got like this hard piece in the bottom of it on the right. It's weird. I don't know where that came from, but it's been there ever since I've had it. I've had this chair for a long time, so all the sitting down with this hard piece right here, probably not too good on my body. So I'm going to work on that. I'm currently trying to work on that, because, you know, something that the Steam Deck is helping me with right now is just getting me through these times where, you know, the times where you're waiting until your next shift, you know, or whatever, like, you know, like, you don't have anything to do, like, why not play a game? Like, I don't have any transportation right now and I don't want to spend any money, so I'm not gonna go anywhere, even if I did. So playing games is my option to keep myself sane, to be able to do things, that I enjoy doing, something that I personally, I really like video games, a lot of older people like my mom and my stepdad don't play video games, and they have never even really tried to get into them, if I'm going to be honest, but that's okay. People don't have an interest in it. You can't force them to, but just because of that, it's not going to push me away from enjoying one of my favorite hobbies of all time, and sure, it's led to some problems, but in my life, but I don't think video games are like the sole Like, they're not the devil, they're not the sole cause of, you know, any problems that I have in my life, you know, so. I know that I do have an addictive personality. So, you know, certain video games can be really addictive for me, and especially, you know, when I'm playing online, you know, like a few days ago, I think, you know, me and my brother were just playing so late into the morning hours. At night, we're playing Helldivers 2, if you guys are familiar with that game. But yeah, the Steam Deck runs Helldivers 2. You wouldn't believe it, but you know, this thing it's pretty strong. It's pretty capable for the price that I paid for it. It's a really nice device to have. It's portable. You know, it's not something that I really have to set up. It's not big and bulky like my computer is. Like, my computer is enormous. It's very heavy. You guys will have to see it. I don't know if I've really showed you guys what it looks like much, but I'm going to show you guys what my computer looks like. It's in the garage right now because my situation where I'm living, and you know, just being punished for things that aren't totally, like, I don't really think, like, I don't know. I'm just being punished for you know, struggling with jobs and just in life in general, right? So yeah, that's kind of just what's going on, and you know, we kind of just have to accept it. Like, it may not be fair, but one day we'll get my PC back, and we'll be able to do normal gaming streams like like I used to do, right? So, you know, we'll be there one day. I just have to work with what I've got at this moment, and we'll get back to we'll get back there one day. So I just have to remember that, you know. As long as I'm putting in the work and as much effort as I can to make, you know, more progress every day, and do better and be more consistent in every aspect of life, really. So things will improve, things will get better, and you know, we'll get things back. You know, things will get back to hopefully somewhat how they once were, and they will never be exactly like they used to be, but you know, that's just life. So you just kind of have to accept that things will change, and you can't go back. A lot of the times things will never be the same like they once were, but that also means that life is incredibly interesting, and there's always something new happening in the present moment. So yeah, there's always new stuff to look forward to in life. Whether it's good or bad, just remember that it's always just the label that you put on those things that determines the effect that those events will have on you, right? So, you know, if you think that an event is all bad and that it couldn't possibly lead to anything good later on in life, then that's going to be what happens, you know? So you just have to think constructively with, you know, the events that happen in your life, basically, and around you, basically. So, because, you know, you only have so much control over what happens around you. You know, a lot of stuff is going to happen to the people in life that they never had any control over whatsoever, and they just have to deal with those occurrences. And there is no, like, retribution, there's no revenge that happens that you can do that will make things go back to how they once were, right? So anyways, that's just kind of, you know, little, I don't know, rant, I guess, but anyways, I think I might leave this video off here soon. It's been a bit longer. I don't know how long it's been, but you know, it's been nice. It's been nice to sit down and record another video for you guys. It always, after I get to talking a little bit, it's always comforting, you know, to get, you know, to talk about just my life in general and what's going on, and give you guys some plans for the future that I want to, you know, make more videos and show you guys I'm still alive, whatnot. So anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in to this video. Again, thanks for all your guys' support in the last year, 2024. I hope things will look much better in 2025 for all of us, and I hope to see you again, you know, maybe before the end of the year again, but if not, I'll see you guys in 2025. Thanks for, you know, sticking with me. You know, again, I'm gonna try to make more videos for you guys. I'm ramping up to the, you know, beginning of the year, but if I don't make anything, I'll see you guys in 2025. Alright guys, bye!